Well, I'm in another hotel room, and I have nothing better to do. So I thought I'd talk about this thing I saw on Facebook that's just absolutely insane, that comes to us from a lovely chap called Sean Carter. He says, "This package has been sitting outside my house for days now. Why? Because we are black." And yes, I'll explain. UPS mistakenly delivered this package to the wrong house. The address on the package is for a house just a block over, so we are waiting for UPS to pick up the package and deliver it to the right house. You may be thinking, where does the blackness come into this? But don't get ahead of yourself. It's coming. But Sean, why wouldn't you be a decent person and take the package to your neighbour? Better yet, you have teenage sons. Send one of them. There's a perk of having teenagers: free menial labour. Don't get me wrong, I totally agree. The chance to enslave my own children is why I had a son myself. But the answer is because we're black. And it's extremely unsafe to send our boys to the home of any family we don't know in this predominantly white neighbourhood. Why is that? Well, because white people just shoot black people on sight in his neighbourhood, apparently. And I'm not taking his words out of context or anything. He says, why? Because there is a realistic chance that one of my neighbours will see my boy as a threat and call the police or even pull a gun on him. I'm sure that's a completely regular occurrence in the United States when a black kid knocks on the door and says, "Excuse me, UPS delivered your package to my house." They're often answered with gunshots. But Sean's pipped us at the post here. And if you think I'm being ridiculous or paranoid, Google Brennan Walker, a 14-year-old black boy who earlier this month missed the bus and tried to walk to school. He got lost and approached the house to ask for directions, and the owners of the home were convinced that this 14-year-old boy had come to kill them in broad daylight, causing the husband to pull out his gun and open fire on the fleeing boy. I looked this up, and it turned out that the wife who was going to the door, for some reason, presumably because she was actually a racist, thought that the kid was coming to break into the house and became hyper-paranoid, causing the husband to grab his shotgun and run down the stairs and fire shots at the boy, and thankfully he missed. These were old, retired people, and, frankly, probably a little bit racist and paranoid. But this one occurrence is why this fucking package will be sitting on my porch until UPS retrieves it. Because I can't trust that my white neighbours won't see me, a Harvard-educated lawyer, or my 14-year-old honor student son, as a roaming homicidal maniac. They didn't actually think that the boy was going to be a homicidal maniac. They just thought they were being broken into. But this is what it's like to be black in post-racial America. Well, you're hardly making things any better, are you? I agree with you that this one case of racism that you have is a terrible example, but answering it with your own case of racism against white people surely isn't making the problem any better, is it? 18,000 likes that post has, and an unbelievable number of comments of people saying, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry that America is like this for you." It's in his fucking head, dude. One example of this happening is not a good enough reason for him to turn around and say, "You know what, I just can't trust white people." It's not that one racist old couple, it's all of white people that do this. And then you get posts like this. For people saying this post is racist, just log off and go to bed because you don't know what the definition of racism is if you think being conscious about protecting your life is any type of racist. Well, isn't that what the white people were doing when they shot at the kid who was lost on his way to school? So I guess they did nothing wrong as well. Honestly, this kind of unbelievable hysteria is just ridiculous. I'm absolutely certain that no one's going to shoot your child if you try to deliver their package just because he's black. One example, the only example that you have of one old crazy racist couple is not a good enough reason for you to say that all white people are racist and can't be trusted around black people. And if it is, then doesn't that make you a segregationist?